Virtual reality has the ability to make people care. Your eyes are completely covered, your ears are completely there. You're in more of a state, if you will, to be able to totally focus on what you're encountering. Some people say it's an incredibly impactful experience learning about human trafficking. You get all the furnishings, you have to put it into the room and make it look interesting and create a little scene. My name is Billy Joe Kane. I'm the president of Radical Empathy Education Foundation. We started the nonprofit to essentially educate people about human trafficking. A couple of years ago, my wife and I found out that our kids were actually being groomed. That blew our minds. What we found was our friends didn't really understand anything about trafficking. They didn't understand anything about grooming. And as I researched the materials that were out there, I found that there's very little material that's easy to access, and I just started working in virtual reality, and virtual reality has the ability to make people care. So I figured let's combine everything together and build a product that educates people, but leaves people with a memory of how this affects human beings from the inside out.
Virtual reality can create these very rich, vivid experiences that can influence people's behavior and help them remember things in a very profound way. It's really important for us to understand how these really embodied experiences can affect people's behaviors, and thinking about how we can leverage it in a positive way.
So when you actually peer out the window, you see the city out there. Trapped, a VR detective story, has been designed in 3 acts. So what we've created so far is the first act. So when players start, they hear a little bit about Lisa, our victim's story, where she came from, the city that she comes from. And what you do is you go through her home, you look at objects, and as you encounter those objects, she tells you how that affected her. So for instance, she looks at lipstick, and while she was 13 when she started being trafficked, when she looks at lipstick, she thought originally this is gonna make me look glamorous and older, and now she's totally confused about how putting makeup on makes her feel. And I think that interaction with these objects that combines with Polaris Project's signs of trafficking, it really leaves an impact far deeper than just a paper list of these signals to look for.
My first reaction was shock, but I think that's really what we're going for, to let people realize how bad the problem is. So they call VR the ultimate empathy machine. It's shown that experiential learning, living in someone's shoes, increases learning, retention, empathy, which is the biggest part of what we're trying to do.
How much is there emotional trigger in this?
We tried to make it non-triggering.
Well, there's a lot of research that has shown that, particularly with other characters or people in virtual reality, we treat them as if they're actual people, how we would interact with people in the physical world. So we keep this similar interpersonal distance. Eye contact is extremely strong in virtual reality, and people will feel that experience as similar as if they were in the physical world. So it's finding that balance between feeling like you're there but not so overwhelmed that you want to shut down.
I forgot I was in there. I was like, oh wait.
This topic, while it's really difficult, there's a lot of people that are very interested in it, and they want to get this information to kids. We know this is a vital tool, and we want to be part of that solution.
Mine is one story out of millions, each unique in their own way. My story? Yesterday was a really bad day. It started with the rain. We'll go back to yesterday together. I'll let you be me, and I'll tell you all about my life from my perspective. Most people would never believe this could happen to them or someone they know, but I'm sure you'll understand. I hope my story helps someone identify the early warning signs of being turned out.